The realization that the ego self is an illusion can be a transformative gateway to liberation and spiritual awakening. The ego, often identified as the separate self, is the construct of thoughts, beliefs, and identities that we attach to and perceive as our individuality. It is the source of desires, fears, and the sense of being separate from others and the world. When we become aware of the illusory nature of the ego, we begin to recognize that it is not our true essence or ultimate reality. This realization can bring about profound liberation. It can set us free from attachment and suffering. The ego is deeply rooted in attachment and identification with transient aspects of life, such as material possessions, achievements, or social status. By understanding the illusory nature of the ego, we can begin to detach from these attachments and recognize that our sense of self-worth and happiness does not depend on external circumstances. This liberation from attachment leads to a reduction in suffering and the cultivation of inner peace. When we let go of the limited identification with the ego, our consciousness expands beyond the boundaries of the individual self. We tap into a greater awareness of the interconnectedness of all beings and a deeper sense of unity with the universe. This expanded consciousness allows us to experience a profound connection to the world and a greater understanding of our place within it. Self-realization can help us transcend dualistic thinking. The ego perpetuates a dualistic perspective that separates us from others and the world, leading to judgments, conflicts, and divisions. When we realize the illusory nature of the ego, we begin to transcend this dualistic thinking and embrace a more inclusive and compassionate worldview. This shift in perception fosters unity, empathy, and harmony with others, ultimately contributing to a more peaceful and loving existence. Beyond the illusion of the ego lies our true essence, often referred to as the higher self, spiritual nature, or divine consciousness. By recognizing the ego as an illusion, we can begin to align ourselves with this deeper truth and live in alignment with our authentic nature. This alignment brings about a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and inner harmony. It is important to note that the realization of the illusory nature of the ego is not a dismissal or suppression of individuality, but rather a transcendence of its limitations. It is a profound shift in perspective that allows us to navigate life with greater wisdom, compassion, and liberation. Embrace this realization with curiosity, open-mindedness, and self-compassion. Allow the ego's grip to loosen, and explore the vastness of your true being beyond its illusion. May this journey of liberation and self-realization be transformative and bring you closer to the essence of who you truly are. So, how can we transcend this illusion of self and touch the profound truth of our interconnectedness? The answer lies in shifting our perspective and cultivating self-awareness. Engage in self-inquiry and introspection to examine the nature of your thoughts, beliefs, and sense of self. Question the assumptions and narratives that create the illusion of a separate self. Reflect on the impermanence of all things, including your own thoughts, emotions, and physical body. Meditation and mindfulness. Cultivate a regular meditation practice to cultivate present moment awareness and stillness of the mind. By observing the arising and passing of thoughts and sensations without attachment, you can begin to transcend the identification with the egoic self and experience a deeper sense of interconnectedness. Compassion and empathy. Cultivate compassion and empathy for yourself and others. Recognize the shared human experience and the interconnectedness of all beings. Practice kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, as these qualities dissolve the illusion of separation and foster a sense of oneness. Contemplation of interdependence. Reflect on the interdependence and interconnectedness of all phenomena. Observe how everything in the universe is intricately connected and influenced by one another. contemplate the web of life and the ripple effect of our thoughts, words, and actions. Study of spiritual teachings. Explore the wisdom of spiritual traditions that emphasize interconnectedness and non-duality, such as Advaita Vedanta, Zen Buddhism, or Taoism. Dive into the teachings of spiritual masters who have delved deeply into the nature of reality and the illusion of self. Direct experience and surrender. Ultimately, the experience of interconnectedness is not merely an intellectual understanding but a direct, experiential realization. Surrender to the present moment, let go of attachments and expectations, and open yourself to the profound truth that lies beyond the limited perception of the separate self. Embracing the wisdom of non-dualism doesn't mean negating our individuality or dismissing the practical aspects of life. Instead, it invites us to expand our awareness and recognize that beneath the surface-level separations, we are all interconnected. I would be delighted to offer you a short meditation for self-realization and the exploration of interconnectedness in the next video. Stay tuned. Remember, dear friends, that the journey of transcending the illusion of self and realizing interconnectedness is a lifelong process. Be patient, kind, and gentle with yourself as you navigate this transformative path. Embrace the practices and perspectives that resonate with your soul, and let your inner wisdom guide you toward the profound truth of our interconnected existence. As we conclude this episode, let's reflect on the profound truth that lies beyond the illusion of self. Recognizing this truth brings about a sense of liberation, peace, and unity within and without. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Remember, as the great Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to Wisdom to Freedom and leave us a review. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions on consciousness, spirituality, and the mysteries of existence. Until next time, remember to question, explore, and be free.